Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today. In this video, we're going to be reacting to something that popped up on my feed today when I was in the gym. Okay, so usually I don't listen to like just your music and all of that. When I'm in the gym, I try and listen to like either a podcast or maybe boxing or something like that while I'm training. It depends on what I'm doing. Then if say for example I'm doing boxing, then I would listen to music just to kind of like I use that as the timer to count when I'm doing my boxing. But other than that, it's just podcasts and stuff like that. Why do I say this? I say this that I found this interesting because it's similar to a topic I just spoke about, the idea of a cancel culture. And also, recently I covered a topic on domestic violence as well. So it's like two topics I covered. I found it interesting that they're saying that this guy has now been cancelled because of something that he said, something to do with domestic violence, the victims of domestic violence, and not being sensitive enough. I'll go and give a quick shout out to the officer Tatom. I'm getting this stuff from his page, so I thought I'd give him a quick shout out. But before we go any further, I think I've seen this guy's stuff before, and I don't know if I've reacted to one of them, but I think I've seen him. He's very straight. he's he's a very straight sort of comedian. So I'm laughing. I don't know if I'll be laughing when I've seen what it is that he said. But without any further ado, people, let's go check this out. Let's go see what it is that we've got here. All right, people, let's go.
Rife made a joke about domestic violence, which some very online people found offensive. Following the backlash, Rife took to Instagram stories where he posted, "If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology." The link led to a medical supply store selling helmets for people with special needs.
What?
That stirred up even more controversy, unsurprisingly, rather. By the way, here's a little bit from the joke.
Wait. He didn't apologize. It just. Oh my days. Okay, before we listen to what it is that he didn't apologize. He sent them a link to what? Okay, interesting.
Supply store selling helmets for people with special needs. A joke that stirred up even more
So,
controversy.
so that was meant to be a joke then.
By the way, here's a little bit from the joke that lit the match. I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who like seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. Full black eye. It wasn't like what happened. Yeah, it was pretty obvious what happened. I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye. Y'all gotta stop this.
Okay. Did if whoa. How did you tie those two together? Interesting. Did
Y'all gotta stop this.
all right.
Video brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Make sure you get the link in the description section, ladies and gentlemen. We got something big coming up on Black Friday, but this is our last sale before Black Friday beatdown. You get 30% off. 30% off. Then we have our Black Friday.
All right. I'm just gonna kind of get to the bit where he's.
We're gonna let it sell all out on Black Friday. Like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Matt Rife. How I'm perplexed. I'm dumbfounded. I don't know. At a loss for words. That this joke got him so much backlash. This dude say all kinds of stuff. He joked with people in the crowd. He joked with baby mamas in the crowd, single women in the crowd. And nobody have a problem whatsoever with it.
All right. Hold on a second. Is he playing? Okay. Let's go back. Let's go see what it is that I'm trying to find the joke outside of that.
the mildest domestic violence joke I have ever heard in my life. I have heard people joke about rape. I heard people joke about dealing kids and stuff. And how this man getting canceled over this is asinine. And after the video, I'm gonna show you why he made himself even more infamous by being the biggest troll on the internet. Roll the clip. I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who like seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. Full black eye. It wasn't like what happened. Yeah, it was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company. Like this is who you have greeting people. And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, you know? And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye. Test the water, see if y'all are gonna be fun or not. Just wanted to see. Man, what
Um,
the is wrong with what he's
okay. Okay, hold on. Before we go any further. Oh, gosh. Before it goes any further, I'm mindful that I've just kind of like skipped the whole thing, isn't it? I just wanted to get to the bit where what I don't I want to listen to his point of view, but I wanted to get I wanted to get the joke first. Okay. Um I'm laughing because I see the argument from from a victim of domestic violence. I see the argument, and it is a tricky one, isn't it? If she's obviously been faced with that situation and having to live that, it's not going to be a pleasant sort of experience. But I'm also mindful that we live in a world where we're very selective in what we can joke about. And the selectiveness comes in with the order of the day. So if the order of the day is that we can't joke about this particular group, then everybody has to conform and not joke about this particular group. If whilst we're doing that about this, and then we use the same joke to face a different group because they're not part of the umbrella at that point in time, is all free for all for everybody else, and that's fine, and nobody says anything about the rest. But I thought the idea of comedy was to be able to have a joke and have a laugh. When do we start deciding which and what is appropriate or not appropriate to talk about? I suppose if it's not your cup of tea, then you can choose not to be there. If you know the sort of person he is, uh, the sort of things I've seen of him, he's usually been like clips, and he's quite brutal. So if you're walking into his stuff, I don't know. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Let's hear what this guy's got to say.
now what the is wrong with what he said? He's God dang it, he's telling jokes. He's a comedian. He tried a joke. It's a hey, ignorant, stupid people. It's a joke. He scripted. This may not have actually happened in real life. you're at a comedy skit, so it's a joke. And many people tell jokes to make you laugh, and it may not be real. Do you think they really went to a restaurant with a girl with a black eye? No, he's setting up a joke, dummy. And God, people are stupid. I don't understand.
I get what he's trying to say. I get what he's trying to say, and I get that. I get that he's saying that what he's saying may not be true, but we also need to be mindful that there are certain instances where the 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 the, the person that's being used in our skits and our jokes, they're real life instances. We've got to remember that as well. So I get that. I get that's the angle he's coming from. But we've just got to be mindful that some of them are real. So, for example, in one of my, I can't remember which one it was, if it was when kids are left behind, when I was talking about that, and whilst I may have played around with the ages of the children and stuff like that, it was a real situation. Why? No, it wasn't the ages. I think I didn't give the name out. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what the podcast was about. It was definitely a real life situation. But obviously, you got to maintain anonymity and you got to maintain the privacy of those people. So,
And how we live in a world where this guy, people are mad at him for telling a joke at a comedy show. Where have we come to, people?
Figure we start the show with domestic violence. The rest of the show should be pretty smooth sailing after that.
so that was mild.
Seen Matt Rife's Instagram story? I'm never one to like throw my hat in the ring with
So don't throw it in the ring.
like talk about celebrities in this way, but oh my god. I know there's a lot of buzz around his Netflix special. I haven't
Because it's awesome. That's why.
I
watched it
haven't.
yet. I was going to,
I haven't seen it, by the way. So just put it out there.
but apparently there are a few jokes in there that people are getting offended by or upset about, and in response he posted this. If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's
This is why. He's a troll. Hey, bro, we need to make some t-shirts for him. This is why he a troll.
the link to my official apology. And the link is to special needs helmets. I'm not making this up.
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant.
That's actually quite a cool one.
Upset that people were offended by his jokes. He could have just not.
He not upset. He don't know.
Is obviously not upset. Is he obviously sees things different, and this hold before he says anything, and this is the reality of the world we live in right now. It's a shame. It's a shame because we can't all see things the same way. Just like this guy sees things completely differently to I do, and I'm able to kind of view things from a different perspective, which I'm sure he's able to do that from a different perspective as well. Maybe areas that I may have not considered that he would consider, and just vice versa. Giving people, allowing people the independence of thought is crucial because we're not creating robots, we're creating a system that we should all be able to have healthy debate. I worry that in a comedy setting, which we know what comedy is about, that we're getting so high rated about it.
You can tell. He don't give up, and he should not give a flying flip that you are upset about a joke at a comedy show that somebody else may have wrote. People like this is so stupid, and I know a person that reminds me of this fool. Anyway,
I feel like celebrities and comedians always make it worse when they try to double down or make a joke about people's offense. And like the special needs thing, like come on.
I watched the first like 3 minutes of
tell me you can't.
Matt Rife comedy special on Netflix. Turned it off because like, dude, bro, you betrayed.
Is it the pink sweatshirt or is it the earring? I don't know.
Betrayed.
Or the hair.
All right. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Some people do stuff like that, isn't it? Like maybe I just wouldn't pick on people's appearances and stuff like that. I don't know. Let's try and listen to what he's saying. Okay.
Told an unfunny joke about domestic violence against women, and also included in there like some misogyny about them in the kitchen cooking.
Misogyny. Hey, stupid. Misogyny about them being in the kitchen. That's where they belong, a lot of them, and they happy there. My wife in the kitchen, she ain't mad. You think she mad? Listen, let me tell you something. You think my wife is sad cooking food in the kitchen and sitting at home taking care of the baby all day, and yours slaving over a job and she got to do that? Quit being stupid. These people get on my nerves. It's the misogyny. It's the misogyny. Women shouldn't be in the kitchen. I don't know a woman that in the kitchen living her best life ain't got to lift a fingernail. And y'all stupid enough to push women out and want them to go work a 9 to 5 and be working overtime all day. He didn't want to come home to be a mama. And it's misogyny to have the nerve to love a woman enough to let her stay at home and take care of the kids, like she was created to do. Y'all didn't push them in the workforce. I'm not saying women can't get out and work, but they got an ability that no other human has. Nurturing ability, feeding children ability. Oh, I forgot. Some of y'all probably want to put your kid on Similac. Anyway,
No, and you betrayed them. And women made you. Women made you. Your
women didn't make him. His jokes made him.
audience are women, and that's a great thing. That's a great thing because women are magical. They are loyal. They are passionate.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be. But they shouldn't rear children. They should be slaving over a job. That's what you think. There's passionate people, and they're excellent, and they're depressed, and they're sad, and a lot of them end up being dying alone with a dog in their hand.
They defend things that they love because they've always had to. So when men are out here going, "Oh, Matt Rife's not funny," you just find him attractive. They are defending you. They're out here going, "No, no, no, I don't just find him attractive. He's genuinely funny. I really like what he does."
No, he's attractive. That's why.
And then you
It's attractive. That's why. I don't know if this guy's a comedian as well. But to be fair, he's an attractive young man as well, isn't it? I don't even know how old he is, but oh, okay.
just find him attractive. They are defending you. They're out here going, "No, no, no, I don't just find him attractive. He's genuinely funny. I really like what he does."
No, he's attractive. That's why.
And then you betrayed them, and now men maybe might be like, "Oh yeah, the guy hates women too. I'm gonna fucking find him funny because now he hates women. I hate women."
No, you hate women, bro.
No. It's just tie things like that, man. Oh, now men are good. What are you on about? You can't just tie things like that. When we generalize like this, it just causes unnecessary problems, isn't it? Now men are gonna. It just depends on who you're dealing with, isn't it? It just depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, you hate women. You like pink pink. You don't like women. That's why you on their side. That's why when you refer to men, you say them, as if you're external from the male race. Anyway,
That's what you wanted. Is that what you were going for? Blows my mind. It blows my mind, man.
I can't listen to you when you get to the point. Listen, it's very simple. The man told a joke. You don't like the joke? Hey, next joke. That's it. Hey, somebody play a song. Hey, you didn't like the song? Okay, like the pick the next song. It's a joke. I thought it was funny. I mean, I thought it wasn't his funniest joke, but I thought it was kind of funny. But I understand it's a, like people are. I just can't stand it. God, how did you make some of these ignorant people? Like I feel like people are going to an opera and shocked that they hear an opera. You're going to a comedy show. Do you not notice these people are prepping and writing jokes? Like it's not like they're putting on a show. They rehearse these lines, and sometimes they try them for the first time in front of you, and they land or they don't land. It's a joke. I know I was crazy on that one, man, but yeah, I just can't understand it. Then the gay dude get on there, and I can't stand the
All
gay
right,
dude too.
I'm gonna end it there. I'm not gonna cover anymore. I'm done because The reason I ended it there is because I'm mindful that by picking on someone, we're not doing exactly the same thing. Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, isn't it? But my focus, I just wanted to kind of understand why the comedian was cancelled, and this is the one I could find. So, which was actually an interesting joke. An interesting joke from whoever. I don't even know how to explain this. Okay, an interesting joke in the sense that he was coming from the angle of DV. But could he have talked about anything else? Yeah, but regardless, I don't think it is mainly about that. Is regardless of what he had said, he would have landed in a way that displeased certain people. I feel it would have displeased certain people still. We just need to remember when we're going into comedy, we research the person that's doing the comedy and make sure it is somebody that you like their joke. If you don't like it, then don't go. It's as simple as that. They're saying comedians I wouldn't want to go watch. I remember, I'm trying to remember his name. That's how much I don't watch his comedy. I don't find him funny. But as a person, when I listened to him on the Diary of the CEO, I was blown away. I was blown away just finding out about him as a person. As a comedian, I didn't find him funny. But as a person on that interview, he was absolutely magnificent. I can't remember his name now. But I think the title of that series, that episode of the Diary of the CEO was The Man Behind the Mask. Can't remember his name. But yeah, and this is the thing. Like he said, there are certain music you wouldn't listen to. I've listened to comedian on here before. Um, I just couldn't find his joke funny. People were telling me to react to him, and then when I reacted to him, I didn't find him funny, and I had to be honest, he was not funny at all. Again, each to their own, isn't it? I think we need to remember that yes, people have different views to us, and they're entitled to those opinions. If the opinions are offensive, yes, we can have those conversations, and we can try and really find out why it is that we're offended by those opinions. But shutting those people out is not a healthy way of doing that, because what we're then doing is we're completely, lights just gone off there. What we're then doing is we're doing what we're trying to avoid in the first place. What we people have always said stuff that are not healthy. Do we just need to go back and shut everybody down that have said something that's not healthy? No, because what we have an internet where we can see everything at the moment. All right, let's leave and let's be. All right, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this one. Interesting one. All right. I don't tend to cover these sort of topics very often. Like I said, it just pops into my feed, and I thought I'd check it out. All right, if you like what we're all about, please like, subscribe, and join our community where we check out there's music, comedy, and by the looks of this. We've got a podcast as well that goes up live every Friday at 6 p.m. Check it out. See what you think. 6 p.m. UK time. So works out. If you want to work it out where you are, just let me know what you think. Until next time, it has been Kings. Peace. Peace. Bye for now.